Most people think World War II began on September 1st, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland. But if we only look at that moment, we miss the real story completely. Wars do not suddenly appear. They grow slowly, from anger, fear, pride, mistakes, broken promises, weak leadership, and silence when action is needed. The real beginning of World War II started long before 1939, and today we walk through that entire path step by step. The treaty that planted a volcano, sometimes peace, can be the beginning of the next war. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles punished Germany severely. Loss of 13% of its land, millions of Germans living outside their borders, a tiny army, huge money payments, and total blame for World War I. This was not peace. It was humiliation. German families felt robbed of dignity. German soldiers felt betrayed. German politicians felt trapped. Even British and American leaders at the time warned, if you punish a nation too hard, it will rise again angrier than before. They were right. For 20 years, the Treaty of Versailles sat like a volcano beneath Europe, pressure building, anger growing, pride bleeding, hatred waiting, and Germany was about to reach a breaking point. A nation in crisis. Extreme suffering creates extreme leaders. After the war, factories closed, food prices skyrocketed, unemployment rose, money became worthless, savings disappeared. People lost homes, children went hungry. Old men begged in the streets. Then came the Great Depression of 1929, making everything worse. Banks collapsed, millions lost jobs overnight. Germany became a place of fear, fear of poverty, fear of the future, fear of never rising again. Fear creates desperation. Desperation creates opportunity for the wrong kind of leader. And in this darkness, a man with loud promises stepped forward. Hitler, a voice that matched the pain. He didn't take power by force. He took it with words. Adolf Hitler was not a war hero, not a rich man, not a respected politician, but he had something powerful. He understood Germany's pain. He promised food, jobs, pride, revenge, and a return to greatness. He blamed Germany's problems on the treaty, on outsiders, on political enemies. He told people what they wanted to hear. And slowly people listened. Hitler's speeches grew crowds. Crowds became movements. Movements became political victories. In 1933, he became chancellor. Months later, he became dictator. And once Hitler had full power, he had one mission: rebuild Germany no matter the cost. Breaking the treaty. Step by step. If you test someone and they don't react, you test again. Hitler rebuilt the army. Secretly at first, then openly. He trained pilots, built tanks, produced weapons. Then he marched German troops into the Rhineland, a demilitarized zone. Britain and France could have stopped him easily. His army was still small, but they did nothing. They were afraid of another war. Hitler realized something important. If they didn't stop me now, they will never stop me later. And now he moved from testing to taking. Land, people, power, the expansion begins. Once a bully takes something and gets away with it, he doesn't stop. Hitler believed all German-speaking people should live in one empire. 1938. Austria joins Germany. Not a shot fired. Next, Hitler demands the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia. Britain and France travel to meet him. They ask him to stop. Hitler promises that if he gets the Sudetenland, he wants nothing else. They believe him. But several months later, Hitler takes all of Czechoslovakia, no apology. No excuse. No hesitation. And now Hitler looked at Poland, knowing this time the world might fight back. the strategy that failed. Trying to keep peace can sometimes weaken it. Britain and France were terrified of another world war. They remembered the trenches, poison gas, and millions of deaths, so they avoided conflict. They tried appeasement, giving Hitler what he wanted to keep peace. But appeasement taught Hitler that Europe was afraid of him. It made him bold. It made him unstoppable. It made war more likely, not less. And then came the secret agreement that shocked the world. The Nazi-Soviet Pact, two enemies suddenly became friends, but only for convenience. In August 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed the Nazi-Soviet Pact. Everyone was stunned. Hitler and Stalin hated each other. But the pact was practical. Hitler avoided a two-front war. Stalin gained time to rebuild his military, and both agreed to divide Poland between them. This deal gave Hitler the green light to attack Poland without fear. And so, the countdown to war truly began. Poland, the first explosion. At dawn on September 1st, 1939, the world woke up to war. Hitler invaded Poland using blitzkrieg. Fast lightning war planes bombed cities. Tanks smashed through defenses. Soldiers moved fast and without mercy. Hitler lied, claiming Poland attacked first. But the world knew the truth. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. World War II had begun. But Hitler believed the war would be quick. He was wrong. Hitler's biggest mistake, one wrong assumption, created the deadliest conflict in history. Hitler believed Britain and France were too afraid to fight. He thought they would complain, then accept it, like before. But this time was different. This time, Europe had reached a limit. They realized appeasement failed. Hitler would not stop. Poland needed help, and Europe's future was at risk. Hitler underestimated the world, and while the war started in Europe, it didn't stay there. A local war becomes a global burn. The fire that started in Poland spread across continents. Italy joined Hitler. Japan pushed deeper into Asia. The Soviet Union expanded in the east. In 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. America entered the war. World War II was no longer European, it was truly global. The full truth: World War II didn't start in a single moment. It started through a treaty that created humiliation, an economy that collapsed, a desperate nation looking for hope, a leader offering simple answers, silence from powerful countries, a secret pact, and finally, the invasion of Poland. These steps created a chain reaction that led to the deadliest war in history. History teaches us that wars do not begin with tanks. They begin with anger, fear, silence, and small decisions that seem harmless at first.